everybody, I'm Josh.
And I'm Rachel.
Come along with us on our weekend here in Athens, Greece to see some of the best things you can do and best places to eat.
Let's go.
Here we go.
Hey everybody. So we actually have been in Athens for one night.
One night.
We did not talk to you yesterday though because we had some struggles. We had some travel issues and we jumped straight into doing stuff. So let's catch you up. So we ended up having a delay from Denver to Munich, which was about an hour. We almost missed our flight from Munich to Athens. We didn't, but our luggage did. Currently we have no luggage. It is now Saturday morning.
Yeah.
But let's catch you up on Friday.
Yes.
When we get to Athens, we had heard that if you take your luggage on the metro, there are some concerns as far as like pickpockets, as well as people that will kind of jam you up in the train. So we chose to go with a car.
Yep, so I rented from Get Your Guide. It was a private taxi service. They met us right outside of the baggage claim area in the Athens airport, had our name ready. It was $60 US to take us. It took about 40 minutes.
Yeah, at a minimum of 40 minutes.
The airport's quite a ways away from the downtown, I guess you'd call it downtown area of Athens? Yeah. The city center. It's called City Center here. Yeah.
And so we are staying at the Astor Hotel, which is in a very nice area.
Yes.
We are just one block away from the Eramoy, which is a huge shopping street. It's actually a pedestrian street. There's no car traffic on it.
Yeah.
Very cool area. There's also really good restaurants and stuff. So that's why we decided to stay over here.
Yes. And it was, I have booking.com. Now, I will tell you, book in advance. Book in advance because stuff was starting, I rechecked prices even just a couple days before to make sure I was getting the right prices, way higher. So for 3 nights, it's $485, I think. About $485 US.
And it's in a great location.
Perfect
we actually
location.
have a view of the Acropolis I am looking at right now.
Yeah.
So awesome, awesome spot.
Yeah, if you're booking a Store hotel, you want the Acropolis frame room.
And it does come with free breakfast.
Yeah.
Which we actually just got done eating. You will see what that looks like. It was a breakfast buffet. You know, you can have coffee, your juice, your water. Really like the Greek yogurt. It has like the
seconds on that.
Yes, you also have like the grape leaves with rice. You have the spanakopita, which is like the phyllo dough and spinach. There was a cheese
really
one. I love the cheese one the most. That was my
like
favorite.
Dessert.
Yeah, so good.
It was good.
But a great breakfast, and it comes with it, so why not?
Yeah, and they had Cocoa Puffs. We didn't try them this time around, but they had Cocoa Puffs.
But yesterday, let's catch you back. So we had been doing some research as far as coming to Athens, and one of the channels that we kept watching was Greece Explained. And there is a guy, his name is Sebe. He is awesome. So we started following him, we started watching his videos, and we started following him on Instagram. I reached out to him and said, hey, what would it take to do a private tour? So just the two of us and him. It was right around 350 euros, so it is pricey, but it was just us and him for about
I would say it was at least 4 hours, if not 4.5.
A minimum of 4 hours. We actually ended up walking. We met over by the Acropolis. We did a kind of a mini tour on the outside. He did give us a lot of history, a lot of political discussion, tells us about the significance of all the things. I didn't record him talking about it because that's his private tour and that's his channel. So I highly recommend you go there and check it out if you're interested in coming to Athens.
And he does many tours
he does group tours too.
Yeah, he called them seasons. And we were his last one of this season. He actually left for vacation or holiday, as he called it, this morning.
So we were a little worried about how the jet lag was going to be because we were 9 hours difference. But by doing that right away, we had really no time. We basically got to our hotel room and we ended up walking over there to meet him. So with the tour, like I said, you start over by the Acropolis, you end up walking through the Plaka area. There's a few other areas that I do not remember all of them. But you end up doing all of the basically from the Acropolis to the city side. You start walking around there, you see the ancient agora, the Roman agora. You talk about the difference between the two of them. You talk about the significance of a lot of the areas around there. You end up going through the Monastiraki Square, which is a huge area where there's tons of people, there's tons of things going on.
So crazy, so busy.
And then like all your all your like tourist stuff that you want to purchase, you know, take home with you, your souvenirs. There's this one walkway that you can go for that.
They call it a flea market, but it really truly is the souvenir spot. And he actually told us, Sebe, to buy your souvenirs here. You're gonna find the same thing on our cruise with all of the different stops, but buy them here because you're gonna get the Athens prices and not the tourist prices.
Yes.
So we're gonna head that way sometime soon too.
Yes. But then it ends up with us having a meal with him. We ended up having pickled octopus. We had a Greek yogurt feta olive oil cheese spread, which has some spice to it. Horta, which is wild greens. Saganaki is how I wrote it. I don't know if that's right. Which is cheese fried in olive oil and lemon. There is like a fried eggplant.
Mm-hmm. They look like French fries.
Yes. Mm-hmm. We also had grape leaves with ground beef and rice with a lemon sauce, which is really good. Moussaka, which is eggplant, ground beef, mashed potato, and cheese.
It sounds like a shepherd's pie, but it looked more like lasagna.
It does,
it was
yeah.
Really good.
Lamb with roasted potatoes and rice. Calvus is basically how he said it, which is like, it has semolina, which is thick wheat flour with ground nuts, cinnamon clove, lightly flavored raisins.
So it looks
so
like,
good.
But it looked like gelatin, and you
it
guys
did,
know
but
how
it
I
wasn't.
feel about Jell-O.
Yeah.
But it tasted like cake. It was the weirdest kind of texture, and you know how I feel about nuts.
I didn't think it was like cake, but
no, but it tasted like cake. It had a cake taste. It wasn't cake.
But it's
texture.
not textured that way.
No, and it wasn't gelatin texture, and it says it had a lot of nuts in it, but they're finely ground because you cannot have a nut texture in them either. So like 3 of my least favorite textures in one dessert.
But it was good.
But it was really good, and it didn't mimic any of what you would have guessed from those previous desserts. So
yeah,
it was a really tasty dessert.
My favorite dish from that was the fried cheese.
Oh, that was so good.
How do you go wrong?
Right. Actually, I really liked the pickled octopus because we haven't had pickled octopus. We do a lot of grilled octopus, but we've never had pickled, and it just left this wonderful flavor. My other favorite part is when you're done with the pickled octopus, there's this very delicious olive oil that you can dip the bread they bring you in. So tasty.
My other, outside of the fried cheese, was the grape leaves with the ground meat.
That was surprisingly good too. It looked like I called it a cabbage roll when it first came out, because that's what it reminded me of, but it was really tasty.
Well, and like we just had the ones where it's the grape leaves and rice for breakfast here at the hotel, and the one with the ground beef, so much better.
It was much better.
But yeah, it ends up being at a local restaurant, which is family run. You know, you have like a son, a daughter, a grandfather.
Yep, and then the grandson is the one who took our order, and it was really
very cool. And then we had a white semi-sweet wine,
so they
which
call
was
this
great.
just their house wine.
Yep.
So many restaurants, from what we understand, have a house red and a house white that you can ask for, and they all either bring it in their own little barrel and hand it out, or it's not something you can go buy in a liquor store. So it truly is a house wine.
Mm-hmm. Overall, though, I thought it was an awesome experience. If you are interested in anything like that, we will leave Sebe's information down below. You should definitely hit him up. He also does stuff in Santorini. May not in the future, but he always has been. And so if you need some videos at the minimum, go check out his channel, Greece Explained. Awesome guy.
Yeah, highly recommend, highly recommend.
Yeah, but for now,
we need to go find clothes.
Yes, so we are gonna, luckily we did not plan too many things, and we actually really kind of hope to have Sebe help us understand what pieces that we need to see the rest of the trip, because we are here for 3 nights, and we will be headed out on a Greek island cruise with Royal Caribbean starting on Monday, but it is now Saturday.
Yeah.
We got plenty of time. We're gonna see a lot of things, and Sebe gave us some other places to go eat at.
But we need clothes.
We do need some clothes, so let's go shopping. so lots of shopping a couple hours later.
That's right.
We did get a chance to see the changing of the guard. That was very cool.
Oh, very neat. It's very respectful how they do it too.
Yes.
So it's very cool.
And now we've each got a few bags and we are headed to eat.
We need lunch.
Yes, and then we need a shower. We're still struggling to find toiletries actually right now though.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can find some of that. But let's eat first. We are trying out, it's called Street Slovaki. Our guide last night, Sebe, actually really recommended it. And so there's already a line. All right, so here is the menu. What you're gonna see us get is a grilled halloumi, which is a cheese. I did the stuffed kebab with yellow cheese, the lamb skewer, and then Sebe told us to get a pork with everything pita and a chicken with everything pita. She said that's gonna be a good sampling. And we got 2 beers, and it was all for 18 euros.
18 euros.
Yes. Every place is cheaper if you're not in Las Vegas.
What did you order?
A couple skewers and a couple pitas. Looks good. Alright, so on the left we've got the grilled halloumi, and then we've got grilled lamb, we've got the kebab. Do you think we could break that open? There's supposed to be cheese inside of it. It's gonna be hot, I bet. Super hot. Oh yes.
Sorry, it's so hot.
And then we've got 2 pitas. One of them is with pork, one of them is with chicken. And you can see that they've got fries on there. These are
Say
looking
the price again.
awesome.
Like,
So for the
I'm
price
broke
of all of this was 18 euros. Yes. Or no, I'm recording.
Oh.
All right, so Rachel, she said that the lamb is delicious.
It's so tender.
I
The
can't wait to
grill
try it.
flavor is so amazing.
The kebab, super tender, but also has like a little crisp on the outside of it. The cheese goes really well with it. It's very moist. And then this is like a cheese curd.
It's the grilled cheese curd.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Legit squeaks.
So good.
Yes. And then I almost forgot about this, but Sebe actually told us to get the, it's kind of like the cheese sauce from last night.
But it's like pimento cheese is
Yes.
what we relating it to.
So it's a little bit spicy. It is this traditional,
Cappuccini?
I'm struggling with that, Kopanis Mendi. But we did order that to go with our pita bread. All right, that was great.
It was so good.
Just finished over at Street Slovaki. Loved all of it. All of it was for under $25. That includes 4 beers.
Four.
Yes. This is great pricing so far.
Yeah, we're loving the pricing here in Athens. It's amazing.
The pitas were like super filling.
Too much.
Yeah, like when
And
you
that's
add the
weird
French
for
fries
us.
on there. So you could easily go there and get like a $4 or $3.50 euro pita and fries and meat. For me, the best meat was the kebab that was stuffed. Loved it. It is like 60% beef, 40% lamb.
Yeah.
It's that or the other way around, but it was great. Juicy, delicious. Yours?
My favorite in the beginning was the lamb, the grilled lamb. It was so tender and that char flavor was amazing. But then we opened up the pita and I did the pork with tzatziki sauce.
Yeah. The tzatziki was delicious.
So tasty.
So the pork comes with tzatziki and onions. The chicken has more of like a mustard type sauce.
Yeah, and
no onions. Otherwise, they both come with lettuce and tomato and fries.
It's amazing. These streets are so narrow and the cobblestone.
Beautiful.
It's just an amazing area. I really just can't get over it. I'm
Yes.
thrilled.
All right, we're still on the search for toiletries. Then we will get showered. Toiletries have been achieved.
Hondo Center.
Yes.
Hondo's?
Hondo Center and
Hondo
on the
Center.
Ermoy street. So major walking street, all the shops. You can find everything you need.
It's amazing.
It is.
For reasonable prices too.
Yes. All right, we just made it back. That was actually a fun thing. We didn't have too much.
Adventure.
Yeah, we didn't have too much planned for Saturday morning because we were unsure how our jet lag would be. But this ended up being a really great area to look around, to do some shopping.
Oh, you know what else we did?
We had some great lunch.
We did have great lunch, but we went and saw Changing of the Guards. We may have already thrown it in there, but that was amazing.
Yes. Very fun. And so Parliament is only about 2-3 blocks away from us, which, did you know, Parliament was actually created as like the King's Palace. Yeah, that's why it's such an elaborate building. We learned that last night with Sebe.
Yes.
So check him out again. But it was a great time. This area is very busy. Lots of tourists here.
So busy, but it's really neat because there's such a variety of shops. You have like the little, I would say mom and pop handmade stuff, but you also have big stores such as H&M, which was kind of neat to see that too because you knew what those clothes were to expect from there.
Yeah, and then Hondo Center, I think we already said it, but if you need to get some toiletries because you lost your suitcase or something, that is where you can find that.
Yes.
But yeah, it's about time we get showered up and changed. You're gonna see some new clothes, thankfully.
We actually have fresh clothes.
Yes, so let's get freshed up and then we're probably gonna head down and do some more souvenir shopping.
Freshened up, and it feels good.
It does, it feels so much better.
Yeah.
Now, as far as, like, you can file for reimbursement.
We learned that from the concierge person last night at the hotel when we checked in too.
And then we looked at Lufthansa that we were flying through. It does say you can get up to like 50% of reusable items, so clothing, and 100% of hygiene stuff. So we do hope to be reimbursed for this stuff. It does talk about mitigating price. I don't know how they factor that into it.
No, and we didn't go overboard purchasing, but we did purchase as if we might have to not have any clothes for the cruise ship.
Now, we may have to wear things multiple times. We may have to use the laundry service on the cruise ship for the first time.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that goes. Otherwise, we also said, let's go ahead and get stuff that we would actually wear rather than just the random tourist Greece shirt.
Yeah. Not saying that won't be purchased, but not for this purpose.
Right. So we want things that we actually want to wear.
Yeah. There are some things we're missing, such as like, I'm not buying another curling iron or a blow dryer.
Right.
Because I have a special straightener blow dryer that I use. I have that in my bag. I'm not purchasing that. Josh is missing contacts. We can't.
Contacts would be the toughest thing.
Yeah.
Because for the most part, like, I wore my glasses on the plane. I had all of our camera equipment. We had both of our all of our chargers.
Yeah, our phones.
All of our money, our passport. We had those on us. So
we're not really missing.
Lesson learned.
Yeah, we're not missing
much.
Besides clothes.
And that's why we're not freaking out right now.
Yeah, there's no reason to freak out about it.
Now, if all of our stuff truly gets lost, it's gonna really suck. But we are going to try to work through the process, and hopefully by the end of this video you're gonna see what happened to us.
That's right.
Alright, so we are headed back to Ermoy Street.
Yes.
And then we're gonna head down to Monastiraki Square, which has that flea market area.
Yeah, we need to get some souvenirs.
Yes. Get some stuff to take back, and then we do have a very fancy dinner tonight.
We do. We've been told it's one of the fanciest in Athens.
Yeah, our Sebe was like, I can't afford to eat there, so you're gonna get to see some of the fancy stuff, and some of his friends will go there, and he's like, that's the fancy stuff.
That's true.
But then tomorrow we're gonna head back to the ancient Agora area, and we'll go up to the Acropolis and stuff, so if you're looking for that, it's gonna come tomorrow. All right, Monastiraki Square. Actually a little less busy than yesterday when we were here.
Yeah, it was a lot later last night.
Yeah, it was a couple hours later when we came last night. There are a couple roof gardens that overlook it. Very cool area. But we are headed...
A bunch of rooftop places too.
Yeah. It's just showing on the backside, but like, yeah, there's rooftop areas all around here.
Which we did learn last night that there is usually a ton of them because there's some limitations on how high they can build buildings.
Oh yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah, which is why it's so widespread. Like nothing's higher than like, I don't know, 8 floors, maybe
yeah.
10. But then you got the Acropolis right there, and so that's what they're all trying to see. But we are headed right over here You can see it's called flea market, but it's just basically souvenir market. All right, well, successful souvenir shopping.
Yes.
We got souvenirs for other people, but we're headed right up to that rooftop. Sebe last night told us that that's his favorite.
Yes.
So we're gonna go try to grab a drink and just take in the sights. But here's the other side of Honest Rocky Square.
Excuse me, don't forget
No, thank you.
African music tonight, 7 o'clock. This is for you, sorry, sister.
No, don't take that. All right, they just tried to give Rachael a bracelet. Don't let them tie those to your wrists. You will be buying them. But we're gonna head right across here, try to grab a drink. All right, so we were just walking down that street, ended up turning, and here we found it. It's a circular staircase. Ready to go to the 6th floor?
Yeah.
Yes.
6th floor and rooftop. We got room.
Okay, well, we're going to the rooftop, so stairs it is. All right, well, we found our way, and there is quite a breeze, thankfully.
Yeah, but we think you have to get your drinks downstairs
Yeah,
and bring them back up.
because I don't see a bar here. But we did our 7 flights of stairs. You probably don't need to.
My calves.
But what a
Yeah.
view.
It's so pretty.
So pretty, and you can see down here is the ancient agora.
Oh, this is where.
Or no,
No.
is it? This is the Roman agora.
Yeah.
So like Roman Forum. Think Roman Forum in Rome, but it was built by the Romans here in Athens. Yeah, because the arch is just over here.
Oh, okay.
You just can't see it. And then the ancient agora is actually on the other side of that long building.
That's right.
And then there's the Acropolis. It's an awesome view. We just need a drink to go with it. All right, so for drinks, I ended up doing the Greek margarita. In it is, it's called Sapporo, or not like the Japanese beer, but like, if you've heard of Rachael, it is like super intense grape alcohol. It's like 40 to 45% alcohol.
But it is strong.
Yeah, little turpentine-like. And then what'd you end up getting?
Homemade lemonade with some elderflower and champagne.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a spritz. of
And
sorts.
there, look at that back there.
It's gorgeous.
Yes. All right, round 2. I ended up with kind of a gin and tonic that has some basil and cardamom.
Cardamom.
Yeah. And what do you got?
It's citrusy with blueberries.
Blueberries, gin, citrus, and there's something else in there.
Yes,
But
we just
Yeah, we read them, but we forgot the names
No idea.
already. It's still up here on the roof.
Mine's the name of the restaurant on Lakes. And
Oh,
yours
yeah.
is Heart of the Sea.
There we
Like
go.
that. I know
Yeah.
the names. I don't know what This is like a pint glass.
Look at how big that glass is.
Huge.
Yeah, you never see drinks this large. So I mean, the price is a little expensive for
For
Athens,
what we've seen.
but it looks like double the size of what we normally would get.
Oh my gosh, that's like fruit punch.
Nice.
Yeah, that tastes delicious.
All right, for dinner tonight, we are going about 2 blocks up from our hotel. It is just kitty corner from the Parliament building. It's at the, I'm gonna say this wrong, Grand Britannia Hotel.
GB.
Yeah, GB for short, and it's a GB rooftop garden, so where those flags are, it's way at the top. Very excited for this meal. different varieties. Looks good. Oh, and we got a good view.
We got an amazing.
Yeah, I cannot wait until later tonight. But we're gonna be ordering a lot. So if you're not used to us, this will be a regular sized order for us though. You can see the ocean off in the background. There's an island over there. This is beautiful. Alright, we are starting off with some lobster ceviche. I'm not sure what that sorbet is, but I know I took a picture of the menu, so you'll get to see what that is. And the drinks are great.
And the view is amazing.
The view is amazing. Alright, so we got some basil risotto and prawns. And this is the
Pasta special for tonight.
yeah, it's rigatoni with beef.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh god, that looks so good. We actually saw somebody else eating this, so we knew we had to get
Yeah, we had to try this one. And these are half portions?
Oh yeah, these are half portions. Because our waiter, when we ordered these plus 2 mains, he made a wise decision there. But look at how good they look. Alright, the main course is here. This is the lamb, and that is a fried chickpea terrine. There's a chimichurri sauce with it. And then this is the fish of the day.
Which is grilled, and we believe it's dorade is what they had said, with fresh vegetables.
Yes.
It looks delicious.
So good. And the sunset is happening. You can't quite see the sunset, but you get the colors. It's beautiful. All right, had to go with 2 desserts. This is their tiramisu.
It's gorgeous.
Pretty cool looking presentation there. And then this is the almond, which no idea what that is. It says it in words.
Yeah, but look at that. It looks like a porcupine on the back.
It does. It looks so good.
It does look delicious.
Yum.
And you
And
should pan out on that view.
yeah, sunset is still rolling, and the lights have come on over at the Acropolis. All right, we're back in our room. We are gonna call it an early night tonight.
We are.
It is 9:30, but we have a very early morning tomorrow. We are meeting somebody at the Acropolis at 8 a.m. Actually 7:50. So very early. Overall, I thought the meal was really good. What were the 3 best things about that meal?
I'll start with the top. Well, the number 1 is the view.
I agree.
You
Location,
can't beat it.
Location's amazing. The view is awesome though.
And we saw like every stage from like the sun was bright on it when we first got there, then to all the stages of the sunset and dark. It was just beautiful.
Beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful.
I thought that
it was the pasta special.
I'll save you, yeah. The pasta special was the best thing. You know, if you like beef stroganoff, but don't like mushrooms, like me,
delicious.
it was the best beef stroganoff you've ever had.
Yeah, it was like rigatoni noodles, right? Is
Yes.
what they called it, but man, it was
It
delicious.
was great. And then the almond dessert. That dessert was legit amazing. Probably the best dessert I've had this year for sure.
I was gonna say, we both were like, oh, we just kept eating it. Yeah, it was just
wishing we had more
so
of that.
good. Mhm.
Overall though, it was a really good
It
meal.
was a good meal.
Definitely enjoyed it, but tomorrow we are gonna be putting on our walking shoes because we got a lot of sights to see.
Yeah.
Hopefully you'll come back for it.
That's right.
Well, just keep watching. It's not gonna be a new video. It's like in 5 seconds.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Good night. Good morning.
Good morning.
So we just had a great breakfast at the hotel. Another amazing view. If you're not taking in the rooftops in Athens,
You're missing out.
yeah, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But we are headed to the Acropolis right now. We do have a tour. It is through Get Your Guide. It was about $125, which included our ticket and a guided tour, 8 a.m. Sunday morning.
And it is peaceful, peaceful, peaceful out here.
Yes. Now we're gonna try to guess which way we're
I
going.
think we need to go this way now.
I think so
Yeah.
too. But one thing I do want to say, and we've heard this before, we had read about it, watch out for pickpockets.
Yeah.
We ran into a lady last night after dinner who said that a pickpocket got her stuff, ended up going and spending $5,000, and she had no ID, she had nothing. So
Nothing.
that is definitely something that we've heard about. If
About
you're
the
in big
only
areas,
crime in Greece.
yeah, if you're in big high traffic areas, watch your wallet, watch your purse.
Yeah.
But today we acropolize.
We do.
Alright, so we are meeting at the Acropolis metro station. And Rachel's got her tourist gear on.
Touristy.
Yeah, so it is going to be a group. It looks like there's going to be about 16 to 18 people. But we do have a microphone-ish thing, and there's pigeons everywhere.
They're freaking me out.
We're just waiting on a few more people to the group, and then we'll get going.
It doesn't mean the city is opening up.
Yeah, definitely getting to be a lot more people now. All right, it is just after 11 o'clock, so we are eating early lunch by Greek standards. So you'll see nobody in the restaurant. That's not because it's bad. This actually was one of the restaurants that Sebe recommended that we try on Friday night.
Yeah, they usually don't eat
through.
lunch until like 2 o'clock, 2 to 4,
Yeah.
something like that.
But we got up super early, and now we're hungry.
And we just walked around
And we
the
did some
Acropolis.
hiking too. Yeah. So at the Acropolis, as I said before, is about $125 for the full tour. We did not do the museum, but I thought it was really interesting. I would
did too.
do it again. I definitely recommend. If you want to know some of the history without doing all the research yourself, hire a guide like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say our tour guide was awesome for that purpose, and I think that was the big seller for me. I didn't have to research it before. I'm not a huge history buff, but it did get me interested in some Greek mythology.
Yes.
It was pretty cool.
There was a lot of Greek mythology discussion about it, which then talks about like why it was built and what it was there to honor. And then after that, we did go over to Philopapo
Yep.
Hill, I think, the Muses Hill, so that we could get a really good view. It's actually kind of like right at the same level. You can see straight over there. Beautiful view. Wear your hiking shoes.
For your hiking shoes.
Yes.
Yeah, good shoes are important. The other part today, it's kind of overcast, so it's sneaky warm.
Yeah.
I'm like on fire. It feels so warm.
Luckily, so we still don't have our luggage, but we did wear our running shoes on the plane. So we actually have a good pair of shoes for that. Otherwise, we're putting in a lot of steps today. But we just got our wine delivered. So we're gonna have quite the feast, I think.
I think we are too.
Yeah. All right, we are starting off. We got some tzatziki sauce, which comes with bread. The Greek salad. You can see feta, olives, tomato, red onion, green bell pepper, olive oil, and herbs. And then,
Fried cheese.
yes,
And you're supposed to do lemon on it.
fried cheese. Yeah, we did get this with Sebe, and it looks delicious. And we're under the grapes. And because we did get 6 bags of grapes for souvenirs,
Olives, not grapes.
because we got 6 bags of olives for souvenirs, we figured we should probably get some here too. But the cheese is almost gone already.
That feels so good.
It's so good. The squeaks
Yeah.
like a good cheese curd. All right, the main course is here. We did the lamb chops, which Sebe did tell us that the butchers are not as clean as in America. So you just kind of get some with bones, some without bones. They just kind of chop away, but good meat. And then we got some grilled octopus. Look at that thing. That is huge. This looks so good. All right, we just finished lunch and we gotta walk because otherwise I might pass out.
I know, I am like so full.
Yes, but that was really good. It ended up being about 75 euros pre-tip.
And we had so much food.
So much food. The octopus was a little big, kind of awkwardly big.
Yeah, like-
Almost awkward like this guy over here.
Yeah.
Check this out. All right, well, Rachel left me, but yep. So the fried cheese and the lamb chops, I think, were the 2 winners.
Oh my gosh, those lamb chops that cooked that way is like eating chicken.
Yeah, it's like
wings.
chicken wings because it's like greasy and it's like there's
Delicious.
little bits of bones in all of them, but it's so good. You're just picking it up and eating with your hands.
It's so tasty.
Awesome. All right, so we must have done a good job of clothes shopping yesterday because everybody keeps talking to Rachel like she understands Greek because we're dressed that way.
Yeah,
We're definitely fitting in.
I promise I don't speak in Greek.
No, not yet. So we are not gonna go in, but you can actually look in the Roman Agora pretty clearly. Just climb climb on top of the fence. Don't take my advice on that. I mean, this might be illegal, but you can see over the top of it. All right, so in true Greece fashion, we took a nap after lunch, and now we're having ice cream.
We would have freshened up, but we don't have enough clothes to freshen up.
Lake Grace, it's about 2 blocks from our hotel. It's actually one of the highest reviewed ice cream spots here or gelato spots here in Athens. So we figured, why not? I got a baklava cream and caramel, or salted caramel.
I got sour cherry and pistachio, and the sour cherry is the must try. It is so tasty.
I think they're all must tries. This place is a must try, and it's very busy too, so they're good. All right, so after ice cream, we decided we wanted to go to the, I'm going to get this wrong, but I'll correct it later, I don't know, first modern Olympic Games stadium.
I call it the Olympic Stadium.
Yeah, but on our way there, we had to walk through the National Garden.
Yeah, it was very pretty, very serene in the middle of the city. It's so cool.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
And then we ended up coming out at the Presidential Palace as they were doing a change of the guard right there.
Sometimes we just get so lucky on what we find. It's really cool.
So now we're on to the stadium. I feel like not a lot of videos prepped us for the view you can get of the Acropolis from the top of the stadium. It's very cool. The only fully white marble stadium in the world, I believe. But check out that view. This is the Temple of Zeus. It looks like they're missing some pieces.
Yeah, it does. Looks like they're building an apartment building around it.
Yeah, lots of scaffolding. Rachel. Jenga. So you can only walk by so many restaurants and bars and not stop. So here we are in Plaka, and we stopped at, it's called Tea or Tia. We're gonna grab some beers and a couple random food choices.
They have draft beer, and we haven't had a draft beer yet.
Yes.
And that's odd for us.
And we haven't had baklava yet.
Yep.
Need to try that. And it might be weird to have this with beer, but we have really enjoyed the Greek yogurt.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that with honey and fruit.
Yes.
And that's probably gonna be how the rest of our night goes.
We're gonna stop at little places and grab a drink. I would guess wine or beer. We should
Yes.
stick with those two. Unless it's a really good cocktail menu, because we found some of those too.
Yes. And at some point we probably need to buy more clothes for the cruise because
Doesn't appear we're gonna get our bags.
Talk to the airline. They just said that they're gonna send our information on, which I thought we did 2 days ago. So
We did do it 2 days ago.
we might need a new suitcase.
Yes.
All right, this yogurt looks actually freaking phenomenal.
It does look phenomenal.
Look at the size. That is huge.
That's gonna be what? Plums, raspberries, mangoes, pineapple.
I don't know. I think that's apricot.
Oh
Apricot,
my! And
plum.
kiwi,
Yes.
fresh kiwi, and honey.
And there's honey on there too. And then baklava. It's gonna be our first time this trip.
We did a baklava gelato. Didn't you have
We
baklava?
did, but that really just has like the crispies on top. So
It was good.
yeah, this looks freaking great. All right, so far, this is stupid good. Like all the fruit is perfect, but the yogurt, creamiest thing ever. Like, don't think of your home U.S.
No.
Greek yogurt.
You'll
when you
never
do
eat
this.
yogurt again at home.
No, it's
And
so good.
this has got to be local, or it's like the freshest honey I've ever tasted.
It's so good. All right, another place to eat and another rooftop. Just below the Acropolis. All right, starting off right. They give us a nut mix which has a corn nut in it
Yeah.
and a couple of beers.
Yeah.
Cheers. All right, when you're getting beer, you should get fried foods. I mean, there is pita and tzatziki, and then there's a bunch of meats. I think it's zucchini.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Zucchini.
So fried zucchini. I think there's a fried fluffy cheese. Obviously a lot of fries. Yep. Kebab. Oh, and to change it up, we did some fried anchovies. Rachel is very unsure of this choice, but I wanted to try it. I'm still struggling to figure out what this is, but I can tell there's a lot of vegetables in it. Still, if I can figure it out, I'll let you know. We're actually going early. All right, so the reason why we ended up with just a random plate of fried stuff,
That was actually disgusting. I would not suggest.
the anchovies were good,
The anchovies were delicious.
and the beer was good, so you can't go wrong there. But we're actually about a block away from a play that happens every night.
Yeah.
And so, if you remember earlier in the video, I walked up on a random Cyclops cutout, and Rachel ran away. There's a play there.
They ran away.
Yeah, she did. There is a play going on there, and so we're gonna do that tonight. Why not? It's our last night in Athens.
And if you pay at the door in euros, you get a discount with a free glass of wine and a bottle of water.
Yeah, it's 20 euros per person, or 25 if you use a card. And there's a band playing in the background.
Again, don't get the fried platter, just go with the fried sardines and beer.
Yes, and fried cheese.
Oh yeah.
Bye. All right, so the play comes with either a cup of white wine or rosé.
So we got one of each.
Yes, we got one of each. You can see the stages right there. Oh, and check this out. There's the Roman Agora right there. That is awesome. I love this. It's so peaceful up here.
Stranger, you must be a fool telling me to fear the gods.
Accept the soul, say Odysseus.
Bringing no more pleasure to your heart. Unbroken child.
Please tell us the whole story of what happened.
How did
Looks like we were not the only people that lost luggage. Oh, thank goodness. All right, good morning.
Good morning.
We have had an adventurous morning.
We have.
We really only intended to go get some donuts, maybe buy some new shirts and stuff because we didn't have our luggage yet, and then grab lunch. Well, right about 8:15 this morning, we got the call saying that Rachel's luggage was found.
But they couldn't drop it off.
Yeah, they didn't have time to, or they could send it to a port that we were going to, which made me a little nervous. They said, otherwise you can come to the airport.
Right now.
Yeah, right now. Because we have to, or we're supposed to check out of our hotel at 11 and then head to the cruise port. Well, we raced over there, and luckily, long story, but they did find both of our suitcases. We ended up getting our luggage, so we did end up spending an extra 90 euros
Yep.
to get there and back.
And 2 hours.
Yes.
Right time.
So now we are hoping to get to Luggage, which is one of the places we've really wanted to eat at this entire time. It's just instead of breakfast, it's going to be lunch.
That's right. Are delicious.
Yes, what a way to end the trip, honestly. Our last thing to eat before we get on the cruise ship, which if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you can follow us on our Greek island cruise, and we'll be going to Venice next. But that was awesome. We ended up doing 1 savory and 3 sweet. We did pistachio, praline, honey, and cinnamon, lemon filled with white chocolate.
Which I was afraid white chocolate was going to be too sweet because I'm not a huge white chocolate fan. But it was not.
Yeah.
It was delicious.
And then we did a savory, which was feta filled.
Pepper honey.
Pepper honey. Yes. That one was good, not as good. But, and all of that with 2 iced coffees, 2 waters, under 30 euros.
Yes. Well worth it. Stand in line.
Super
It
good.
does not take long. They're super fresh. You can actually watch them make the dough.
Yeah.
So yummy.
All right, we are about to check out, but we do want to do a quick little wrap up as far as our 3 nights here in Athens. A little bit of an adventure because we did not get our luggage until right about an hour ago.
Yes.
But we got some new clothes.
Yes.
Sorry, cutting
your
myself
head
off. So 3 takeaways. One of them I think is that it is a walkable city.
Absolutely. I was shocked because when we first arrived, looking at everything, it looks so far away, but honestly, it's all within walking distance.
Yeah.
I think the streets are so narrow and the buildings are so close together, it makes it look even bigger than it is. It's very walkable.
Now, you're definitely going to take some kind of transportation from the airport, but
Yeah.
once you get into the city area, and I also recommended like this area of Syntagma,
Yeah.
was actually very, very visitor friendly. Lots of all your common things that you'd be looking for, and also you're close enough that you can get to the big the big ancient areas.
Yes.
The next one would be get a tour.
Of any kind.
Yeah, both of our tours actually ended up being quite different from the other. One of them was a group, one of them was personal, one of them was more about ancient and mythology. The other one was kind of an all-encompassing, like the city.
The city itself pieces.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I enjoyed both of them. I have not done that before, and I loved it.
I did too, and I think even if you're not sure which one to do, just pick one. You can't go wrong in it. In addition, the other piece, and we may have mentioned this earlier in the video, but if you can do a combo purchase for your archaeological sites,
Yes.
you should, because that ended up actually being cheaper doing it as a combo, and I believe it's a 5-day pass.
Yeah, if you end up doing 3 sites or more,
Yeah.
you might as well look at doing the combo ticket.
Yep.
We probably should have, but we ended up only going to 2, and so we actually spent, I think, a total of like 28 euros, whereas the combo ticket is 30.
Yeah.
So if we had gone to one more place, we would have saved money. And then the last one is the rooftops.
Oh, they're everywhere, and just enjoy it. Find a hotel with a rooftop, or with a rooftop bar. Find a restaurant with a rooftop. Oh, you can find them anywhere.
Yeah, and Sebe from night 1, he did say that like the city is built so that many of these places have views, and it's not going to be obstructed. You don't have skyscrapers in Athens, so you're always going to be able to find somewhere with a view. Take advantage of it. We loved it.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, a hotel with a bar at the top, but you don't even have to worry about that. What I meant to say was hotel with a balcony or Acropolis view is perfect. Then you have your restaurants, your bars. You have many places. We went to the theater last night with a view of the Acropolis.
Yes.
We went, everywhere we went had a view. Just take that in. Also, we learned this in the heart of the city area where we were walking around. We just sat right outside. It's outdoor seating is everywhere.
Yeah.
But they also set us outside and we could people watch. So if you're people watching, you have that opportunity as well. There was so much to do and see. I loved Athens.
Yeah.
I thought it was amazing.
We had a great time here in Athens. If you want to come along with us on the rest of our journey, we are getting on a Greek island cruise. We're going to be making a bunch of stops and then finishing up in Venice. So if you want to see that stuff, make sure you hit that subscribe button and follow us along. We also have a lot of other videos you may enjoy too.
That's right.
If you enjoyed our videos, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe.
You can also follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Wait, now it's X. All of our links are down below.
Bye.